The following is a short sample of what I think we do best here on Nostalgia Trap. Fun, thoughtful conversations that connect history and current events, usually with an object from pop culture anchoring our discussion. This week I talk with Justin Rogers Cooper about the work of actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I have to say, Justin took us to places that I never expected this conversation to go, as usual. So enjoy this excerpt, and if you'd like to hear the full episode, click the link in our episode description to check out our Patreon page. You can subscribe for free to get updates on everything we post, and you can support the show for just a couple dollars a month to access our massive library of bonus content.
What the master and what MAGA tells us in part is that it's not just that there's a lot of damaged people that can be rehabilitated into a dark project, but it's that a lot of people they're damaged to the point where organizing them on the basis of their virtue, much less their reason, isn't possible. And I think that presents one of the enormous problems for left politics, which is that it's premised on the idea, this is the Marx quote that Mondami threw out in 2020 that Eric Adams recently retweeted, the classic one, which is from each according to their ability to each according to their need. It's it's the moral justification of redistribution, and on principle how it could happen, which is one of the moral axes of socialism, if not communism, arguably both. The point that I'm making, though, is it asks us to consider the ways that our virtues can be organized in the service of society, but what we constantly witness through political parties, through nationalism, and through, I guess, fascism is that recruiting people through their darkness is in some ways just as effective, and at various moments is more effective than recruiting them for their virtue. And that the species seems bent, not in whole, but in part, around the organization of dark energy. And, the reality of that, I think,
some people call that Satan. Some people look at that very through a religious sort of point of view, but I hear exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I think that's one of the kind of, I think I think that's one of the reasons religion exists.
Yeah.
And religion in its weird way is attempting to remobilize people's morality through a direct admission of the darkness of human nature. It's if you actually look at the Ten Commandments, the irony is that Christianity is attempting to prohibit the things that are most common to that religious culture, which is an admission. This is all through Catholicism, which I was raised as, that you're born a sinner, and that you need Christ to kind of wash you and clean you, so that you don't have to live with your sin, which is another way to say living in abject shame. And the thing about that religious structure is you can see it in the master, you can see it in MAGA, you can kind of see it in a lot of politics across the spectrum, that you're looking for someone to clean your shame, and you don't want to be left alone with it.